Last supplementary question will be asked by the Honorable W.M. Thring.
Thank you, Mr. President. Gun and gang violence has claimed thousands of lives, with hundreds of children murdered, caught in the crossfire. A former police colonel, Prinsloo, was arrested for supplying over 2,000 guns to gang bosses, and these guns have been directly linked to at least 1,000 murders and 1,400 attempted murders. The officers who arrested Prinsloo have paid with their careers by being demoted, and one, Charles Kinnar, paid with his life. Mr. President, in your first term of office, you promised a new dawn. Instead, we have a new disaster. You also promised to deal with crime and corruption. Instead, we have some of the highest crime rates in the world. Mr. President, what words do you have for the parents or children who have lost their loved ones as a result of the dereliction of duty by some, and I repeat, some, not all, in the police service? And will you apply new interventions and consequence management by holding the Minister of Police and others under him accountable? Thank you.
The Honorable the President. Thank you, Honorable Thring.
Thank you very much. As I said earlier, I do once a year take time to meet the families, being either widows and children of those who die in service. And I do spend time talking to them and not only offering condolences, but also assuring them that their husbands did not die in vain. And we thank them for the service that their husbands and their sons, it's often been men who have mostly been killed. I think there was one or two women, but we do offer our condolences and our thank yous to them. When it comes to various types of criminality, and you just mentioned corruption, we have increased the arrests in relation to corruption, and this has also happened in the police service as well. There are quite a number of high-ranking police officers who have been arrested for corruption. This did not used to happen in the past. It is happening now, demonstrating our total commitment to dealing with all forms of criminality, including criminality within the ranks of the police themselves. The very police official that you were talking about, yes, will have been dealt with, and we will continue to ensure that there is accountability, not only at the minister's level, but also at various other levels as well, to make sure that, yes, there is good work that will be done and that there will be accountability and responsibility. So that is the approach that we've been taking. And if you look at, as I said earlier, the number of arrests and convictions that we have had, even with another moment when we had criminality, for instance, just during the COVID period, the police and our investigating the SIU have really demonstrated that with greater focus, and the focus is also inspired by what we say and do at the top level. And they often say, this is what inspires us. This is what makes us focus on what needs to be done. Because we can see, as they say, that at the top level of the leadership of the country, there is focus on ensuring that we rid our country of criminality, of corruption. Now, of course, because the problem is so huge, it's so huge, but rather than give up, we've got to make every effort to ensure that we address the problem at hand. And this is precisely what we are doing. And if you look at the various initiatives that we are taking, though there are people in our country who track all that, who see that, yes, progress is being made. The right people are being appointed to a number of positions that used to be held by people who were compromised, people who were doing things that were completely deviant from what we want to see as values that are embraced by those who are in key positions. So there is a turning of the tide, but because it is such a huge problem, yes, I will concede, it is taking much longer than what our people expected, but it is moving and the needle will continue to move. And this, I can assure our people, we will rid our country, yes, of the high levels of criminality, and we will also be paying close attention to corruption on an ongoing basis. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable President.